Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Valley Views. I'm your host, Glenn Edison, and we're certainly glad to have you. And we also want to thank BTC Fiber, our sponsor of the program, and we're thankful for them for allowing us to be on their cable channel 18 as well as their YouTube channel. So if you want to see this interview, go to their YouTube page and BTC Fiber, and you'll find it there. Today we have with us Mike Mentikov. He's the plant manager of Carbon Black Global out here on Fredonia Mountain. And Mike, it's good to have you, and we're glad you were with us today.
Thank you very much. I'm glad you guys came.
Well, and I should mention we're a little different today because we're out here on site at his plant. And Mike, could you tell us a little bit, for those of you who are in our audience that may not know what Carbon Black Global is, can you tell us kind of what the company does?
Carbon Black Global was started in 2010 by myself and my partner and another gentleman, and we moved here in 2015. We process MSW, which is trash, and reduce it by up to 95%. We are now producing biochar for gardens and growing, and go ahead, ask me.
Well, I was going to ask you, and that the biochar is something new to your what you do, right?
Well, I mean, biochar has been around for years, and but yes, for us it is. We also do engineered carbon.
Now the biochar, that's more of a different type of fertilizer, correct? That you can use in gardens and other things as well?
Yes, it is. It's a growing supplement. You know, the earth is made of carbon, and what biochar is carbon, and, you know, fine carbon.
What? How is it different from just regular fertilizer? Is it because of the materials in it?
Well, I mean, biochar is carbon. You know, fertilizers is manufactured. You know, chemicals.
So the difference is more natural.
More natural.
Using
Correct.
natural products. Now you mentioned also about your the MSW, the garbage. Has that been one of your main things you started out with? Or?
Well, we started out doing, biomass.
Uh-huh.
And a customer came and said, "Can you do MSW?" And so we went to the neighbors and collected all their garbage and put it into one of our canisters and processed it. Lo and behold, it worked. So over the years, we have been refining it, refining the process.
Well, everything you do here is earlier you gave us a little tour. For people who might be wondering, everything is clean when it comes to the finished product and all the fumes you showed us.
Correct.
So everything you do here is really for the atmosphere and everything else. It's all clean.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, our process, we have a PhD engineer, environmental engineer, who does all our environmental work. We are reducing greenhouse gases up to 99%.
Oh, really?
Yes. The plan is we take this and run it through a screening system, get all the metals, all the glass out, and then the rest would go to a landfill. But I mean, you just took a landfill that's going to last for 15 years and going to make it last up to 100 years because you're reducing this by 95%. You know, the cubic yard. This is about 5,600 cubic feet that we processed, and this is down to 135 feet.
Well, that's good. 99%. That's a pretty good percentage on greenhouse gases. I was going to ask, when you started this company, what was the reason behind, why did you and your partner start
My partner, business partner, we had a construction company. He got into it and did a patent on the system.
Oh, okay.
And we had a patent. He had a patent, and we had a small unit. I guess I didn't show you guys it, but it's a portable unit.
Uh-huh.
And then this plant was here. This was built in 2009, and he had the system. He had the patent on, and we bought this in 2015 and moved here. So,
And where were y'all originally from?
well, we were out of Dyersburg, Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
We were working in Dyersburg, Tennessee.
Well, how's the success been since you've been here with the plant?
I mean, we've refined it, got everything working. Our goal is to sell systems to process MSW or industrial waste, like I was showing you.
Uh-huh.
The company does OSB, and they're hauling away 34,000 tons. We can take that and process it and turn it into electricity, turn it into heat. It'll definitely go into a carbon.
Uh-huh.
Activated carbon or biochar. That's a commodity for them.
Right. Well, and for you said you're selling your systems. For those people who might be interested, can they come and visit your plant?
Yes, anytime. Anytime.
Yeah. So
I will give you a business card, and you can put my email and my phone number on. And anybody from the community would like to come up here and look at this, they're more than welcome.
Have you had any local interest in people, especially in the area or here in Fredonia?
Well, I mean, we're working with the county on building a system down in the county to process the MSW from Sequatchie County and the surrounding counties.
So if that caught on, then maybe other counties and municipalities
Yes.
catch on and do the
I
same.
mean, we're working with groups out of Greece that want a system, out of Dominican Republic, out of Tonga, out of American Samoa, out of Samoa.
So y'all doing international as well as national?
Yes. I mean, like South Pacific, all of their electricity is produced by diesel generators.
Uh-huh.
So we can take their trash and their biomass and process it and produce electricity through our system, where we cut down on their diesel consumption.
Oh, that would cut down on their exhaust.
Correct.
Oh, that's good. And so y'all are really getting people from everywhere. That's quite all right. Certainly understand. But in that process, that gives y'all an opportunity not only just locally and nationally, but internationally as well.
Correct. But we were also working with some hospitals to process medical waste.
Huh?
And like I said, this company that makes OSB, there's the possibilities are limited to process, produce some sort of power, be it heat, steam, or electricity.
Well, good. And that way, really anybody in the area. I mean, I know you're doing it for here, but once you start selling these systems, that would really help the nation's economy as well.
Correct. And once we start selling systems, we are going to do our manufacture here in Sequatchie County.
Oh, okay. The equipment there.
The equipment, like the autoclaves, we get that through a company, and the scrubbers through a company. But all our control systems we will manufacture here.
So everybody will have to come through y'all eventually to get these systems.
Like I said, right now we are processing a load of of biochar.
Uh-huh.
And as you know, it's going, but the guy that does the computer work, he's up in Canada. He's running that system right now. I'm not touching it at all. Well, now I did.
Well, that's good that you can do that, that he can do that, not have
I mean,
to be.
it could be anywhere in the
Yeah.
world. He can run one of these systems anywhere in the world.
So that means you can probably troubleshoot other
Correct.
plants once you get those organized. You can troubleshoot it from.
Correct.
Well, that's good to know. And let me. How many employees do you have here working?
5 right now.
5.
And I mean, we were up to 12 at one time when we were doing making engineered carbon for a client. But now I got 5 full-time employees.
And that keeps them busy, huh?
Yep.
Well, let's see. Well, that's not what I wanted to ask. This type of process, do you have competition for your for this type of process? I mean, are there other companies?
Well, I mean, yeah, there is other systems, but no system like this, like what we have.
Oh, okay.
You know, we are one of a kind in our process. I mean, and we're patented on how we process. So I mean, nobody can come in and start, copying our system.
Well, and with your plant, it's much larger than I thought it was going to be with the area, but it's really nice. And
Thank you.
you can do a lot of, excuse me, it looks like you can do a lot of processing here, just here alone. How much do you do, like in a day's time, processing wise?
Well, I mean, right now we're doing one canister a day, and let me see this. That was 5,800 pounds. It was it was about 2,800 pounds of biomass in the canister, and we will reduce it by weight of 30 to 40%. I guess 60%. So, not biomass and NSW kind of different. Biomass holds its volume, but not its weight. And NSW holds its weight, but not its volume. Like I said, there's that canister out there. We did 35 canisters in there, and that was 5,600 pounds now. 5,600 cubic feet, and now it's down to 135 cubic feet.
Oh, okay. So you can really get that down.
Yeah, 95%, and then that just, that makes your landfills. I've got a 10-year, 15, 20-year landfill now. Now I turn it into a 100-year landfill, and that is one problem, with TDAC and the U.S. Department of Environmental is landfill space. The average human every day 4.5 pounds of garbage. If there's 320 million people in the United States, that's a lot of garbage.
Sure is.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned the certifications. Do you have to have special certifications to do what you do here? For the government or anything?
Yes, I mean we are fully permitted through TDAC, and we came here and we've always had a TDAC permit, but now we are fully permitted to process MSW here at this plant. And this is more of a kind of an R&D, and we're turning it into a biochar. But we have to do some testing for TDAC on our permit.
Well, how is talking about the biochar again? How has that been going for you?
We just started.
That's right. You told
me. We just started. Janice Kaiser, I gave her a super sack, which is probably up to 1,000 pounds, and She went and put it in her garden, and I seen her vegetables, and she was totally blown away.
Yeah, she was excited about it. I know that when I talked to her about her garden. Some of her pictures she showed, she has some fairly large vegetables too.
Correct.
And so that was good.
But you know, anybody would like biochar, you know, we can sell it here out of the plant, but we have a website, Black Earth Biochar, where you can go on and buy it online.
Oh, okay.
You know, and we'll ship it out.
So they can go on. Well, what is, speaking of that address online, how do they do that? How do they reach that? What's that?
blackearthbiochar.com.
blackearthbiochar.com.
Yes, sir.
And then they just go there and decide what, you said you had them in 1 pound and 5 pound containers as well as
1 gallon.
1 gallon.
1 gallon and 5 gallon containers. We sell them by the cubic foot. Well, I mean, the 5 gallon's about 8. I think the one is about 2 cubic feet.
So any local gardener could buy it, or as well as if you were a larger farmer, you could buy the bigger containers that you
Right.
have.
I mean, we sell it gallon, 5 gallon, super sack, and truckload.
So it's a variety, it's whatever they need.
Correct.
You'll fit their need.
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's good to know, because I know there's a lot of people raise gardens and they can use smaller amounts, but then there's farmers who might could use this on their fields as well.
Yeah, I really like, you know, get it out there and let people see what it does.
Well, have you ever entertained the idea of maybe going to a farmer or going to several farmers and maybe doing a portion of their fields?
Yes, we've talked about that.
Because
We've just hired a sales team. He's working with you know, hardware stores, working with nurseries, you know, working with some you know, landscape companies.
oh, okay.
Golf courses. You know, I mean, it'd be great for greens mix. Put it in the greens mix. You know.
Well, I know Janice was real tickled about what she got out of it, as far as not having to put as much on her garden as
Fertilizer.
yeah.
Correct. And water.
Right. Because from what I understand, the biochar it holds the water and moisture.
Correct. The porosity in the carbon. You know, it surface area.
So anybody really could use this product, and they can use it whether they have a box garden or a garden in their back.
Correct. Correct.
Well, that's good. I mean, I'm sure that a lot of people around here might get into that when they find out it's available. So, so you just hired the salesman, so that's good. You can get that out. And so, again, give us that address on the web they can get to.
Black Earth Biochar.
blackearthbiochars.com, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, have you got someone out now trying to, I guess, sell this concept to other municipalities or other?
Yes. Yes, we do. We have a, you know, it's been mostly us, but you know, now we hired a sales team. You know, he's the one that found the company that does OSB.
Uh-huh.
You know, they're very interested. They're going to send us 4 truckloads of their waste. You know, they have shavings. They have waste OSB. That's bark. And then this is what they take and make the shavings into. So, you know, we'll run tests on it, and you know, we'll get the BTU value, what the you know, energy output is on everything, how it processes, what the end product is.
Well, have you had like local governments and maybe even the state governments come in and see how you run this outfit?
Yeah. I mean, we've had you know, our senators, our representatives, our state representatives, our state senators. You know, TDAC's been down here a bunch. You know, people from Chattanooga, government officials from Chattanooga, from Nashville, the surrounding areas, Rankin County.
So the interest is out there.
Right.
So they get to come to see you.
Correct.
Come here. And, well, that's good to know that we have something right here in Sequatchie County that could really make a major impact, not only in Sequatchie County and Tennessee, but for the whole nation and international, for the world.
Right. You know, I mean, we've also had people from Tonga, the government official from Tonga, come here for a plant visit.
Well, so the word is getting out then.
Correct.
So y'all may be growing faster than what you anticipate now.
Well, it's been a long, hard haul for us, but you know, eventually we're going to reap the rewards.
Yes, sure. All the hard work. Was there anything else you'd like to add before we shut off and the interview?
I just, like I said, anybody you know, in the county, surrounding areas would like to come and look and have a tour of the plant, they're more than welcome. You know, I'm Mike Mentikov, Carbon Black Global. My email is mike@carbonblackglobal.com. The office is 423-949-9771, and I'm in and out. So you know, if I'm not in, leave a message and I'll call you back. But like I said, anybody who would like to come and do a tour of the plant and have questions, please come.
Well, great. That's good. Well, Mike, it certainly has been a pleasure having you today on our program, and it's glad that we could come out here and see your process, because it's been educational for me, and I'm sure it would be for anybody.
Yes, I really appreciate you guys coming out and spending the time here.
Well, this is, like I said, we want to try to do something that's positive, and this is definitely a positive thing, not only for Sequatchie County, but for the world.
Correct. You know, I mean, a lot of people don't even realize we're up here. You know, I mean, there's been people that come on out here. Well, where you're at? Is there anything? There's nothing out there. Well, come out and take a look, and it really surprises them.
Oh, I'm sure. And you're, for lack of a better term, just kind of out here in the middle of nowhere. But once you get here, it's an exciting place.
All right, thank you.
Hey, I appreciate it, Mike. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hey everybody, this is Glenn Edison from Valley Views. We appreciate you watching our shows, and we would like for you to like, share, and follow us on Facebook, as well as like and subscribe to our YouTube page.
Brought to you by Bledsoe Telephone Cooperative, your full-service telecommunications provider right here in the Sequatchie Valley.